Hey Internet, my name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. Today I like to perform the first test launch of my new Duna Rover. Moreover, I like to perform the first parachute-assisted landing in order to find out if it's possible to land this rover on the surface of the red planet. In this case, I can enable the interface, I can adjust the throttle, I can enable SAS, and in 3, 2, 1, and lift off. Here we go. The first launch of my new Duna Rover, and it looks pretty stable. Wow, that's great, that's amazing. A stable and a flawless liftoff, and I think this suggests that it should be no problem at all to deliver this rover into an orbit around Kerbin, and from this point on I can dock an interplanetary stage to it and then fly it out to Duna and finally perform the landing to explore a little bit more of the surface of the red planet. And wow, this is great, this is really great. And yeah, we are accelerating, we are gaining altitude, this is cool. And well, I think I will now gain some more altitude before I will cut the engine and start my descent to see what is then going on and if it's possible to land the thing with the 8 parachutes I have attached to the rover. And well, Optop and Bearing are a little bit scared as they are reaching higher altitudes, and well, I think I can understand their feelings. Well, they are sitting inside a rover and this rover is currently being propelled by a rocket, and well, I think this is a scary feeling. But on the other hand, they are space flyers, so they should be used to strange situations like this one. And yeah, okay. I am now at the 200 meters per second mark, I am reaching the 10 kilometer mark, so I think it's time to cut the engine and to perform the staging. Okay, very good. Then I am also interested to see, because as I prepared this first launch of my rover, I found out that the rover, or several parts of the rover, have a lift rating, and in this case I'm excited to see if it's maybe possible to control a little bit the descent. Well, I think it's not really possible to cover a huge distance, but maybe I can fly over to the VAB or so when I keep this heading. This would be interesting, this would be really interesting. So, okay, we are now falling back to Earth. What is Optop and Bearing's view? Okay, I think this is really a strange view, especially when you think about that they are sitting inside a rover. And yeah, okay. I am now falling back to the surface like a brickstone, but yeah, it looks like I can cover some distance. That's cool. Can I even turn around? Can I maybe perform a turn to the right? This would be interesting if I can now start flying a little bit more to the right. Here it seems to be possible to change a little bit the direction. That's interesting, but well, it's more or less a vertical descent. And okay, 700 meters, 600 meters, 500 meters, 400, and pop the chutes. Okay, ooh. This was the launch stage, but here, it's possible. The rover has now a nice descent rate, that's good. Well, I have to think now, or I have to do some calculations, if it's also possible to have this gentle descent on Duna, because well, there the atmosphere is very thin compared to the the dense atmosphere of Kerbin. And well, so I need to perform some calculations, but in general the rover is, well, here the rover is in good shape, and so it's just a question about the right amount of parachutes. And well, in this case, I would say the first launch test was a success. This is really great, and I think after the landing, we will have a short visit over at the Gladiator 200. The Gladiator 200 is the airplane I used for the celebration of the 200th episode, as I did my flight all around Kerbal. And yeah, it's still standing around on the apron, so I think we can drive over to it and have another look at this great airplane. And okay, easy. Okay, very good. And yeah, it's working. I can begin my rover mission right away after the landing. So it's just a question about the right amount of parachutes. And here it is, the Gladiator 200. And wow, look at the dimensions. The Gladiator 200 looks so small compared to the Duna Rover. That's a cool picture. That's really a cool picture. Wow, that's great. And yeah, of course, the Gladiator 200 has a huge wingspan, but the rest of the plane looks really small compared to the size of this Duna Rover. This is interesting. This is really interesting. Can I have maybe a nice picture I can use as the thumbnail for this video? Yeah, maybe something like this. That's a nice picture. That's nice. Okay, yeah, the first launch test of my Duna Rover was a success, and now I think it's time for the second launch of today. And well, in this case, let me prepare the rocket, and I will bring you back in for the final phase of the countdown. Okay, welcome back to the launch pad. The second launch of today will start a mission to the moon. Or to be more specific, the second launch for today will start the mission of Rover and Lambro Kerman, who are flying to the moon in order to replace the current crew of the asteroid station and allow them to return back home to Kerbal. As final preparation for the launch, I just need to adjust the throttle and enable SAS, and in 3, 2, 1, and lift off. Here we go. Another flawless liftoff. That's amazing. That's so amazing. And yeah, this is now once again a typical rocket launch. So I think I will perform a quick time lapse and bring you back in once we are about to perform the orbital insertion burn. Wow, you might have seen this during the time-lapse. This was really an exciting launch. I was required to keep the second stage running all the time, and now it's completely empty, so I can jettison it. It will fall back to Kerbal, and yeah, we have right now a Kerbal apoapsis of 78 kilometers, and I can now prepare the orbital insertion burn. So yeah, this was really exciting to have all the time the engines running. And well, I think this was pretty close. I was a little bit concerned that I'm not able to reach space, but yeah, we did it. Rover and Lambro Kerman are now in space, and they are about to insert their spacecraft into an orbit around Kerbal. That's pretty cool. Okay, we can have a last view back to the spanned upper stage, and now it's time to throttle up, and goodbye second stage. We will now enter an orbit around Kerbal, and then we will perform or prepare our flight out to the moon, so that we can perform the crew exchange on board of the asteroid station, and give the current crew the chance to return back home. And okay, everything looks fine, that's great. That's really great. And okay. And I think this is, yeah, 78 by 85. That's amazing. That's really great. Okay, our spanned second stage will fall back and will hopefully have water or a splashdown. That's good. And where? The moon is over there, so I like to set the moon as my target. And I think, oh, the right launch opportunity is somewhere in the darkness, at that, so I have to perform the burn on the nighttime side of Kerbal. Okay, can I adjust this a little bit, like this? 155 is a bit too much, no? Then maybe in this direction. 58 kilometers, this is amazing. I have a slight or 1 degree inclination, that's okay. And okay, the burn is coming up in 18 minutes, so I can, before I will perform the time warp, extend the solar arrays so that I'm not running out of electric charge. This would be bad. Okay, there's the moon, there's the moon. Rover and Lambro are happy, they are now finally back in space. And okay, it's time for a quick time warp to get closer to their maneuver node. Okay, only a few minutes, 7 minutes, 6. We are now in the darkness. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, easy. Easy, easy. Just a few seconds. Okay, I think I should come to a stop with the time warp and start turning around the vessel. Maybe I will perform this from this point of view. I think this could be a little bit more exciting and a little bit more colorful than the burn on there. Oh no, this was the wrong button. I wanted to switch to this point of view. Okay, yeah, we are performing the burn. Unfortunately, here is no indication for the duration of the burn, so I think I have to switch over here. It would be really amazing if I could have some indication inside the cockpit, especially for these moments when I am in the darkness, when I'm in the shadow of a planet. Okay, I think the best way is still to perform it from this point of view. Okay, we are halfway through the burn, that's good. Robo and Lambro are doing a marvelous job. That's great. That's really great. Okay, we're almost there. I can throttle down and cut the engine. Very good, very good. So, 71 kilometers. That's great. I think I will perform the inclination change at this point, at the descending node. So I need to change it this way around. This was a bit too much. 0.1. Okay. A small little burn. Hopefully, yeah. And the daylight, that's good. And the light of the sun, this is really amazing. Goodbye, Kerbal. And 2 minutes, 1 minute. Time to slow down. Very good. Okay. And time to perform the burn. Okay, very good, very good. Robo and Lambro are now on their way out to the moon. I can set up a maneuver node to mark the moment when we will have the change in the sphere of influence. Down there is Kerbal Space Center. That's a nice view back home. Okay, goodbye Kerbal. And hello moon. Where's the moon? There's the moon. We're currently seeing the nighttime side of the moon. only half an hour and come to a stop, please. Okay, we are now in the sphere of influence of the moon. Very good. So, I can now set the asteroid station as my target. Oh, what is going on? Why is the periapsis so low? This is because I was in time warp as I did this change in the sphere of influence, or what has caused the drop in the periapsis. This is always bad, and I always try to be as precise as possible, but it's not always working out as planned, and so I'm also looking a little bit forward to, I hope they will really implement this, to the next version of Kerbal Space Program, when they will implement the new time warp settings, so that you can really set a marker where you want to stop the time warp, or so that this isn't happening anymore. This would be good. Okay, I have set up the maneuver node in 1 hour and 14 minutes. I can perform the burn to end an orbit around the moon and to start my approach to the asteroid station. Very good. Just a few minutes. We are back on the sunlight. That's great. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, very good. I can now turn around. Okay, very good, very good. Robo and Lambro are in awe. They are enjoying their ride. That's cool. It's very cool. Okay, I can speed up a little bit. Okay, now it's time to perform the burn. And easy, easy. Well done, well done. So, 11 kilometers. So I think here there's a slight inclination. I like to fix this. Okay, this was too much. Easy, easy. 0.2. Okay, like this, then 8 kilometers. This is good. And now the other way around, like this. 2 kilometers. 400 meters. Okay, 400 meters. This sounds amazing. I can continue the time warp. Oh, what is down there? I think down there is the moon base, or what is down there? Yeah, down there, the marker is my moon base. That's cool. It's really amazing. Okay, we have a spectacular view back to Kerbin, and we're coming closer to the maneuver node. 2 minutes, 1 minute, okay. So, time to perform the burn. And stop. Very good. 1 kilometer. Okay, okay. I am now on a good trajectory to have a rendezvous with the asteroid station, but I think I will do this in the next episode. So in this case, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this episode and I hope you enjoy the show. And yeah, until next time, my name is Abby. See you!